anymore, so sick the dogs on it. You get the wagon hitched up?
What wagon?
Well, there's a crowd of folks coming from other bush here to attend tonight's box social.
Curly said maybe you'd loan us your big wagon to bring him up from the station.
Well, of course I would if he asked me.
I gotta talk about a lot of other things. Is it okay to go hitch up the horses now, Aunt Ellen?
Surely.
See what we brought you, Aunt
I
Ellen?
will.
Well, hi, Aunt Ellen.
How was the fair? You done good with the steer roping?
I did pretty good. I won it.
Ha! Good boy!
Always known you would.
Ain't nobody can sling a rope like our territory boys.
I can't stay but a minute, Aunt Ellen. I gotta get over to 80 wins. Do you remember when her pa said if I was ever worth $50, I could have it?
$50? Is that what they give you for prize money?
That's what.
Lands! If Annie's pa keeps his promise, we'll be dancing at your wedding.
If he don't keep his promise, I'll snatch him right up from under his nose. And I won't even get the present I brought for him. Look, fellas. Look what I got for 80 Annie's pa. Excuse us, Aunt Ellen. Here. You put it up to your eye like this, and then when you turn it at the top, the picture changes.
Well, I'll be side-dated.
They call it the Little Wonder.
Ooh.
Silly goats. Why, that hussy, she ought to be ashamed of herself. And you, too. Now, how do you turn this thing to see the other pictures? Never mind, I got it. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I ought to tell Annie on you.
Please don't, Aunt Ellen. She wouldn't understand.
No telling what you were up to. I bet you carried on plenty in Kansas City.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call carrying on. But I sure did see some things I never seen before. I got to Kansas City on a Friday. By Saturday, I'd learn a thing or two. For up to then, I didn't have an idea of what this modern world was coming to. I counted 20 gas buggies going by themselves almost every time I took a walk. And then I put my ear to a bell telephone, and a strange woman started in the talk.
What next?
Yeah, what?
What next? Everything's up to date in Kansas City. They've gone about as far as they can go. They went and built a skyscraper 7 stories high, about as high as a building ought to go. Everything's like a dream in Kansas City. It's better than a Magic Lantern show. You can turn the radiator on whenever you want some heat. There's every kind of comfort, every house is all complete. You can walk to the breeze in the rain, never wet your feet. They've gone about as far as they can go.
Yes, sir!
They've gone about as far as they can go. Everything's up to date in Kansas City. They've gone about as far as they can go. They got a big theater that they call a Burley Q, and for 50 cents you can see a dandy show. One of the girls was fat and pink and pretty, as round above as she was round below. You can swear that she was padded from her shoulder to her heel. Later in the second act, when she began to peel, she proved that everything she had was absolutely real. She went about as far as she can go.
Yes, sir!
She went about as far as she can go. Well, this is called the two-step. This is what they're doing in Kansas City nowadays. Catch on? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But a fella cannot do it by himself.
She went about as far as she could go.
That's about as far as she can go.
What you do now?
Well, this is the Kansas City two-step. Now, I want you fellas to pay close attention. You may learn something.
You!
Never mind that. There's got to be plenty of boys sparking for her. She's got her eye leaning towards one of them now, don't she?
Well, there is that nice farmer, Jace Hutchins over there in Lone Elm. Then there's that old widder man at Claremore, makes out to be a doctor or veterinary.
That's what I thought. Hello, Judd.
Hello yourself!
Then, of course, there's someone a little closer to home that has her on his mind so much he can't tell a plow from a thrashing machine.
Him?
Yeah, Judd Fry.
That bullet-colored growly man?
Now, don't you say nothing against him. He's the best hired hand I ever did have. Just about runs this farm. 2 women couldn't do it on themselves. You ought to know that.
Lord taking up with a man like that.
I never said she was taken up with him.
Well, he's always around, ain't he? What? Liz here?
Out in the smokehouse.
Changed my mind about cleaning out the hen house today. Leaving it to tomorrow. Gotta quit early because I'm driving Lori over to the party tonight.
You're driving, Lord?
Ask her.
Well, wouldn't that just make you bald? Don't forget it, Ellen. You and I got a date tonight. If you make up one of those box lunches, maybe I'll bid for it.
And how are we going there, Curly, in that made-up rig of yours? Am I to straddle those lights a-blinking like lightning bugs?
That there ain't no made-up rig. Hired her at the Claremore.
Lands, you did.
Sure did. Purdy one, too. Just see when I get back from supper, you get those beauty spots fastened so they don't fall off. Woo-wee! That's a ride, a smart turnout. The wheels are yellow, the upholstery's brown. Dashboards are genuine leather. With ice and ice curtains, you can roll right down. In case there's a change in the weather. See that when I get back to the station, I'll see you later. Rig, I'm thinking you can keep your rig. That thinking that here to swap her that shine, serve with a bread on the top.
Hey, Curly! Be sure to tell the girls over at Bushy Head to stop by here to freshen up. It's a long way to Skidmore's. That means we're going to have a lot of company, so you best get inside and pack your hamper.
Hey, Ellen, don't go with Curly to Skidmore's tonight. If you do, I'll have to ride with Judd all alone.
Well, isn't that what you wanted?
No, I only said that because Curly was being so fresh. But now I'm afraid to tell Judd I won't go with him. He'd do something terrible. You ever go to that smokehouse where he's at?
Plenty of times. Why?
Did you see them pictures he's got tacked onto the walls?
I see them. Don't you pay them no mind?
There's something wrong with him, Aunt Eller. At night, I lock my doors and I fasten my windows again. And I hear those footsteps walking up and down under that tree outside my
Oh,
window.
Lori,
And
stop
then
it.
mornings he comes to his breakfast and he looks out at me from under his eyebrows like something in the back of the
You're
window.
just a crazy child.
No,
Stop
that's
acting like a chicken with its head cut off. Now, who do you suppose that is? Why, it's that old peddler that sold me the egg beater.
And he's got Ado Annie with him. Will Parker's Ado Annie.
Do you know what he told me about that egg beater? He said it could beat eggs and wring out dish rags and turn an ice cream freezer and I don't know what all.
Ado Annie.
Now hold on there, Pepperman. I want to talk to you.
Hi, Aunt Eller.
Oh, hi yourself. Get on here.
Hello, Lori.
Hello. Will Parker's back from Kansas City. He's looking for you.
Will Parker? I didn't count on him being back so soon.
Well, I can see that. You, been out riding a piece?
The peddler man's taking me to the box social. I fixed up kind of a tasty lunch.
Ado Annie, have you took up with that peddler man?
Not yet.
But you're promised to Will Parker, ain't you?
Not what you might say promised. I just told him maybe.
Well, don't you like him no more?
Of course I do. There will never be nobody like Will.
Then what about this peddler man?
There will never be nobody like him neither.
Well, which one do you like best?
Whatever one I'm with.
You are silly.
No, Lori. You know that there was nobody that paid me no heat up till this year on account of I was scrawny and flat as a bean pole. Then I sort of rounded up a bit and the boys act different to me. What you gonna do? Supposing that he says that you're sweeter than cream, and he's gotta have cream more time. What you gonna say when he talks that way? Spit in his eye? I'm just a girl who can't say no, can't seem to say it at all. I hate to disappoint a beau when he is paid and low. For a while I act resigned and cool, sitting on my velveteen settee. Then I think of that old golden rule, and do for him what he would do for me. I can't resist a Romeo in a sombrero and chaps. Soon as I sit in their laps, something inside of me snaps. I can't say no. It's like I told you, I get sorry for him.
Well, I wouldn't feel sorry for any man, no matter what.
Well, I sure feel sorry for Allie Hackham. Look how Aunt Eller's cussing him out.
Allie Hackham? That's his name?
Yeah, it's Persian.
And you for sure you love him better than you love Will?
I was sure. Now that old Will has to come back, you watch. First thing he'll do is start talking purty to me and changing my mind back.
But Will wants to marry you.
So does Allie Hackham.
Did he ask you?
Not directly, but see how I know is that this morning when we was riding in his buggy, he said that he wanted to drive like that with me to the end of the world. Now, if you only went as far as Catoozy, that'd take till sundown, wouldn't it? Then after that means we'd have to spend all night together. And being together all night means it wants a wedding, don't it?
Not to a peddler, it don't.
All right, all right. If the egg beater don't work, I'll get you something just as good.
Just as good? It's gotta be 100,000 times better.
My, oh my, Miss Lori. Look how big you've grown. Last time I was here, you were tiny like a shrimp with freckles, and now you're a big, beautiful woman.
Oh, quit it about me. If you ain't had no breakfast, go eat yourself a green apple.
Now listen, Aunt Eller.
Don't you call me Aunt Eller. I ain't your Aunt Eller, you little wart. I'm mad at you.
Well, don't go and be mad at me. Didn't I say I had a gift for you? Something to wear?
What do I need with anything to wear? I got my own clothes. Don't want them, don't need them. Well, what do you got?
Real silk made in Persia.
Now, what do I need with a pair of Persian garters?
Well, they're awful purty, Aunt Eller, with bows on them and all.
All right, I'll try it.
Okay, give me your foot.
Did you have some idea I was going to let you slide that garter up my limb? Help me with my petticoats, Lori.
Funny woman. Would be much worse if I tried to take off the garters.
Yeah, 'cause that'd make her stocking fall down, huh?
Let me have the other one.
Oh, you want to buy this one to match?
What do you mean buy?
I can let you have it for, 50 cents, 4 bits.
Do you want me to get that egg beater?